Bike check. My internet's been taking a hit for the last 2 days. Um, Mainly just for streaming. Like, not even when I do other stuff. Like, as soon as I click on OBS and go live, it just doesn't want to not drop frames. So I had to turn it down from 2500 bitrate back to 1000. I'm watching. I'm reading a One Piece chapter, so not much is gonna be going on visually. I mean, there is gonna be some heat on screen, but like in terms of the bitrate and frame rates for anything moving, like when I'm playing a game, I'm not gonna be too worried about that being at a 1000 bitrate. But I did have to turn it back down to a 480 stream, and I didn't want to go back to this, but I'm back to it anyway. At least I'm actually streaming now, so the bitrate is at a calm 1000. It's jumping up to 1200 here and there, so I just got to get used to that. I guess that's how I used to stream anyway, so that's pretty sad, but I got to keep it like that for now. Read the title. There was something important that happened related to Yarul that I saw online because I couldn't. It was a day since the chapter dropped, so I couldn't ignore everything that was going on with this chapter 1172. But I started to forget it a little bit. But Yarul does something important. The Elbaf I admire. Mm. Wow. Bond clay. Some swans rummaging through Bon Kure, the Japanese, Bon Kure's cosmetics and putting makeup on. They are all swans, bro. The MVP of Impel Down. I'm all for it. I saw a quote. A what? A quokka? Oh yeah. Okay, I kind of got spoiled on the note, but is that really a bad thing? It's one of those. I don't think they're rodents. I don't know. It's one of those little cute critters, whatever. A quokka for the first time. They look nothing like you'd see on the internet. I keep forgetting we're back in the present. I'm expecting like another flashback continuation. No, we're going up. We're going from the underworld back up to, what is it, mid? No, it's not Midgard. I'm thinking, is it? I gotta reread these chapters, man. I'm thinking we're going to some place called Midgard. If that's it. Oh, the Sun Realm. Ascends to the Sun Realm. This doesn't even look like a One Piece chapter. The assistants, the background artist did a crazy job here. It doesn't even look like One Piece. Look at the world tree. There are 3 foes up there. Their objective is clear. They plan to abduct 10 children from Elbaf. Oh, so that's what that was. It was like the lift. It's like a little mechanical lift. And take them to the Holy Land. The children will serve as living shields, leveraged to turn the warriors of Elbaf into battle thralls. 3 humans did all this. To think that even the giant warrior pirates or Yasan could stop them. Sorry, I have no excuse. Dang. Yo, Sanji and Zoro on the shoulders of I'm forgetting this man's name, but you got Hiruden. They may be kids, but they're still giants, right? How could three people? How could 3 people our size move them? It's got to be pretty strong. Pretty strong, or strong manipulation abilities with your devil fruit. One of the 3 is a woman with a strange arrow ability. The children are unable to resist her, and her ability is still active even while under possession of Emu. So the powers don't cancel out, or like when one power is activated from Emu, the other shuts down. Like, I'm pretty sure those kids are still being forced to walk on that line, on that arrow. Walk along the arrow's direction. It's all over if they reach a ship and escape the sea. It'll all come down to that. Okay, I like the lose conditions. I like the lose conditions. That always gets set up in One Piece. That I've started to notice. Egghead had its lose condition, which I feel like they sort of failed, but at the same time they did escape the island. They were supposed to protect Vegapunk, Stella, and Dip, and get out of there. But this one they really need to stop right now. Why can't we just take back the kids? One of the 3 is named Summers. I know a bit about him. He became, yeah. Didn't he also? Didn't Gabon also get his licking on Summers? It wasn't just Rayleigh who like one tapped him. Oh yeah, he did. He did recently. Yeah, that's right. He couldn't regenerate quick enough. He became a briar man after eating the thorn fruit. He could freely manipulate vines with sharp thorns. So the plan is probably, in terms of fights, Zoro fighting. I think the main prediction people want is Zoro fighting Killingham and Sanji fighting Summers, or I forgot why. There's like some parallel, or like two sides of the same two different sides of the same coin going on with these characters as to why Zoro and Sanji would be fighting them. I forgot which was which though. We'll see later on, but or maybe Sanji would fight Summers. Yeah, Sanji would fight Summers because of like how he just his treatment based on a flashback, his treatment of Shaki, his treatment of Shakuyaku, and like how terrible he was treating her. And then you got somebody like Sanji who has like that chivalrous code of his. He's gonna beat the living hell out of Summers. If you ever found out about like what he did in the past and everything. The vines can become transparent, and he's wrapped them around the children, so we can't grab them. That's so cruel. Indeed, they're as tough as iron. If we clumsily try to get the kids to break their line formation, they'll turn into pin cushions. It's been set up so they'll hurt each other. Okay, we know this, but of course he has to relate it to the gang, everybody else. On top of that, the last one seems to have a power to make nightmares come true. And this is, I know Dawn Dust Luna Pien mentioned something about this ability and how to counteract it. It's just been quite a while. I would have to rewatch that video, but it was something about this I found interesting. The things the kids find scary have come to life to prevent their escape. The kids may appear to just be waddling along in broad daylight, but it seems impossible for anyone to stop them. The intruders have set up some sort of twisted game with their 3 abilities. Okay, so we got the game plan. Loki was Loki put a Draugr in ice. That's another thing too I wanted to mention. I didn't get my thoughts organized to speak on this, but afterwards, and like along with looking at um, different Twitter posts and YouTube videos talking about the previous chapter, yeah, Ragnar has abilities not just of lightning but ice manipulation, and we can probably assume that he'll have some sort of fire or earth ability. But the ice is important because the ancient giants shipwrights, the Gareda shipwrights, not like Galila, but the Gareda shipwrights, we can assume those are the same giants that are frozen back at Punk Hazard. And of course, we can maybe make a prediction, theorize that it was Ragnar who put them all in ice. And if Ragnar put them in ice and it's this magical devil fruit of a hammer or a squirrel, it can probably thaw them out, undo the ice, bring them back. They've been frozen in there for quite some time. So, but if it's due to the fact of a devil fruit ability causing that, maybe they're not dead. They're just in stasis. Nobody really dies in One Piece from getting frozen. Like we saw that with Saul. we saw that with Saul. Maybe that is foreshadowing the Gali Law. That was foreshadowing the Gali Law being frozen by Ragnar. Saul being frozen by Kuzan, you know. Um, but yeah, that'll be interesting to see that confirmed and to actually see Ragnar undo the ice and free those ancient giant shipwrights, and they start doing something crazy, not just like in terms of strength feats alone, but the things that they could build. Because maybe they built Pluton, maybe they were the ones who constructed the Noah under Joy Boy. They could have done a whole lot of things we don't know about that would be interesting to find out if they do get thought out. But back to the chapter though. It seems like the quickest solution is to target the three ability users. Even if they're as immortal as they claim, there should be a way to take them down. And I don't think Gabon is probably the only person right now that knows about the mass attacks. If Roger told him about it, or he learned it later on down the line, just through other fights, even after Roger's death or whatever, he probably knows about it and can clue people in who have conquerors on how to just beat them. Or even if you don't have conquerors or conquerors coding, at the very least, some people can probably restrain these three ability users that are immortal. Like you can still do that, but yeah, if anything, let's try to incapacitate them, knock them out, maybe even kill them. I know the Straw Hats won't do that, but some character could, maybe Loki. And that also goes to say Sanji might need some Conqueror's Haki. We might need to see that now. He is one of the wings of the king. He is usually like equal to Zoro. I'm not gonna be on no agenda stuff, but narratively, and just so it can make sense, like how is he gonna fight these things? And they just keep regenerating. Like some of those kicks need some conquerors and and coding on it. So one of these chapters he has to get it. We could try trapping them or crushing them, maybe even eating them. So that's his idea because he doesn't have any conquerors or any mass attacks that could stop the regeneration from happening. It sounds promising. Let's do this. Is that in response to that? Like, the giant's gonna eat these guys? That would not be nice because the Thorn dude can just like regenerate and start destroying you from the inside. You would not like that. As a giant, you wouldn't. It's the Sun Realm. Prepare to disembark. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're seeing what's left of that Ragnar attack on the Draugr. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought that was Loki and the Draugr fighting. They already got frozen though, but this is a these are two different nightmares. Sinking? Whose ship is that? Whose ship was that? That's you. That looks like Jormungandr. And is that another Draugr? It's a whole lot more than just Jorm. Oh no, maybe that doesn't look like Jormungandr. That's a black dragon that should be a Needhog. The ones that eats at the roots. This is beyond anything I imagine. There are no limits to these nightmare monsters. Look at that. Is that the Great Eric? Eric the Red? Leif Erikson? No. Maybe Eric the Red. He's saying the Great Eric, so that's probably Eric the Red reference. Some kid, somebody feared that. Not just a kid, somebody feared Eric. Nika, bro. Yo, Nika's just right there. I did not see that. Wait, I never saw that. Maybe I'm forgetting. But did we ever see a nightmare version of Nika show up when Killingham was first spawning them by using his ability? And why is Zeus? Why is there a nightmare Zeus? You got these ghostly creatures with like these top hats and horns. You got Nika. You got Nightmare Nika chilling. You got like a Cyclops creature with Kaido's with Kaido's weapon. You know, crazy looking monstrous bird, lion with wings, probably with like a manticore. And then possibly Needhog and some more Draugr. Yo oh. Dory and Broggy were aborted earlier. Oh yeah, okay, so that was their ship. It's taken down. They're already dummy reversied. Leading the charge with their crew, they do not know. They don't know. But we're shot down by those monsters. It can't be. Don't lose hope, bro. Don't get discouraged. Like they may be down, but you still gotta follow through. Is that you, Harridan? Kashi. Wait, was Oimo was reversed, right? I was in the realm of the dead. Tell me what's going on. You guys won't believe this. Listen closely. Dory and Broggy are trying to kill your rule. Where is your rule? They all went crazy. Please, you've got to stop them. Man, this dummy reversey thing is getting out of hand. I've already thought that even. I didn't say it, but I already thought it during the Rock's transformation. I just. Oh man. Kashi, how about the children? What happened to Oimo? Forgetting if he got reversed. Ripley and the others went after him, but we've had no word on their status. The kids may have already reached the harbor by now. Hey, Roto, listen. What? Bjorn was taken. Bjorn was taken? Oh, that's his little brother. He was taken as one of the hostages? Roto. I'll join you. Me too. Kashi, which way was the school? Nami-san and the rest should be close. That's what he's worried about. Hey, look, if Summers is where Nami and the others are, then that's a setup right there. That's the next fight being set up right there. It's not like Sanji get to it. They also could flip it. They could flip it around. Zoro fights Summers, and Sanji fights killing him. But later on, they swap out opponents because they realize there's like an imbalance going on situation. That was another theory with if the Straw Hats fought the Blackbeard crew, Zoro would fight. Why am I forgetting his name? His right hand man, bro. Blackbeard's right hand man. Damn, Lafitte. Zoro would fight Lafitte. Sanji would fight. And that'll be interesting too, because Sanji is also going to be fighting another person with the Invis fruit, you know. So he would be fighting Shiryu, and they would switch. They would switch. So then Zoro's fighting Shiryu, and then Sanji's fighting Lafitte. Because they're very similar, you know. Or at least with Lafitte, probably not. I mean, we haven't seen much of Lafitte, so it's hard to say, you know. But I would like to see that matchup if Zoro like traded blows with them a little bit. Can you see the fire? It's coming from both the school and the library. Why is it on fire? Anyway, you said Dory and Bragi have gone crazy? That's right. Bro, let me never see a straw get reversed. That thought just like jumped in my head. I wanted to leave now. Please hurry. Elder Yaru's in trouble. Got a little diagram. Come on, let's let's lock in real quick. School library. Saul's there. Okay, I'll read that later because it's down below. Where did Luffy and Loki go? See, that's how you know they're setting something up crazy. Like, Luffy's just gone. Luffy just gone off with Loki. I mean, they're still down in the underworld because they were fighting the nightmares that came down there. Yeah, Rule's running. Dorian Bragi. He's running to the castle. He's running to the area where the castle's at. Okay. And Saul was where Robin and the others were. Wait, so is Sanji gonna have to pull up? Wait. Where's the school? So the school's here. He would have to like cut through on this route. And who are these three? Are these the these are the God's Knights? So branch number 8. Walrus School and the Owl Library. Okay. That's where they are. Whoa, what's happening? Oh yeah, they had to light it on fire, right? They were forced to do so. And then... yeah, so Sanji's probably going to make a beeline right here. Or no, right here, nearby the school. Who's gonna save the library then? Unless they free them and then maybe Robin heads over there. Maybe Jinbei with some fishman techniques, water manipulation, just stops the fire. I don't know. The library's burning down. Yeah, she would probably go there if she got set free. I doubt Chopper will be back anytime soon. And Brook's gone off somewhere. He must be up to something. Wait, is Brook physically gone? I'm forgetting. Or is his... yeah, he looks like he's physically gone. So he didn't like pop his spirit out, start astral projecting somewhere. Where did Brook go? That's funny now. Like nowadays in post time skip, because back in pre time skip, Sanji was usually the one to go off on his own and do something behind the scenes. Now it's like Brook doing that. It's pretty funny. We need to get rid of these arrows before the kids are carried off. Master Dory, Master Broggy. I can't stand seeing you like this. Then get up and do something, Usopp. Get up and do something if you don't like it, bro. Yo, your legs are free right now. Look at Robin. Robin can't do anything. Robin can't do anything. Jimmy can't do anything. Nami can't do anything. Her legs are bound up too, and she like look at that. You just have no. Your arms are behind your back. Do something with your legs. Get up. Do something. Your legs are free. Like, come on, man. Kill Yarul. Please stop, captains. Open your eyes. The dummy reverse. He possessed giant pirates en route to West Village. Okay, that's done, of course. Yeah, these are the God's Knights. I'm pretty sure. And then Child Rescue Team. Hang in there, kids. Be gone, you vile creature. Oh, there's Oimo. Okay, because I was wondering. And then the hostage group. We're heading to the harbor, aren't we? If we get there... No whining. We're warriors of Elbaf. But we're not warriors. And then West Village. Oh, wait. If you want to run, run. We have no choice out of your rule. Captain Dorian Broggy won't listen to us anymore. I won't retreat. There's still something I've got to tell Elbaf. So here's the important part. The Elbaf I admire, so that's referring to whatever your rule's gonna do for the sake of his country, his people. Oh, he's about to pull a Vegapunk right now. Live broadcast, not to the world, but to the rest of the people on the island. The rest of the people on this nation. Listen, people of Elbaf, I will tell you everything before I die. Yo, he's pulling a Vegapunk. Don't you do it, bro. Don't you do it. I had suspicions of you, but now, like, it's all cleared up with that flashback and everything. And it wasn't just suspicions of, like, you just being straight up evil, but it was more so, like, what... I need to know. I need some transparency here. You are hiding something. I want to know it, and here he is finally showing us something, giving us some information. Elder Yarul, our late king, their King Harold, always believed in Elbaf coming together with the rest of the world, and that led to his attempt to join the world government. I forgot Emu is like literally right there listening in. Emu Gunko is currently calmly listening. Bold ... but from what we can tell, just chilling there. Where is Emu on the diagram? That's funny. We don't see Emu, nor do we see Loki and Luffy. At all, yeah. I don't see any of them. They're in the underworld, but Emu is somewhere. Probably just right behind where the giants were en route to find and kill Yarul. But his efforts were shunned and betrayed. 14 years ago on that fateful day, Elder Yarul. I saw it with my very own eyes. Harold and all those soldiers were killed by the act of a demon. Harold struggled to his last breath to keep Elbaf from falling into that demon's hands. Wait, so Loki didn't kill our king? We're finally getting it. It took this long. I held my tongue. And then they know the truth, and then Loki's coming back up. They're going to be like, yo, save us. We're sorry. We're sorry we treated you like that. We were misinformed. Help us. And that's the forgiveness that Loki would probably need. But he was kind of fine with that. He was a little fine with that. No, actually, no. There was more of that flashback that I did want to see. I wanted to see why Shanks even locked him up in the first place. Yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to see out of that flashback, and I didn't get really any any answers on it. Hopefully, they show a glimpse of it because we're getting to the end of the chapter. So if not, then maybe next chapter we can see that. Cause like, what was up with that? I held my tongue, fearing that our people would rise up in revenge, leading us into an untimely war. Very untimely, very very untimely. It was not. It was not the moment for that. Our king never wanted. Loki took the people's anger upon himself when he sailed out to sea. Ooh, look at this. He may have always been boorish, but he is innocent. That's just the gist. But it's not quite how I'd put it. From Zoro. Don't get carried away out of your rule. The people are like, what? Oh, she was... Gunko Ibu was with them the whole time. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, okay. I keep forgetting. Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, of course, of course. Where is Shamrock right now? Ooh, Shamrock is gone. And that is also suspicious. Because my other theory / prediction, not original though, but I agree with it, and I'm aligned up with it for now. What if Shamrock is also a double agent, but he wasn't like Shanks, in left. He didn't get that. He didn't get that privilege. He didn't get the privilege to do that. Cause he probably has a deep sea contract, and he can't get out of this now. So he still is being a double agent, but you know, had to make sacrifices to stay among the ranks and play sheep for now. But he is missing. He is currently missing, bro. Now today, 3 new demons have appeared to subjugate our nation. I had hoped this matter was behind us, but we are once more in need of great power. And that's Loki. Loki is climbing up right now. He's climbing up the tree like he did when he was first born, bro. This time to save his people. Seems his job's over. Guess I'll go back to sleep. Man, oh my goodness, bro. This is gonna be so fire, man. Yo, look at this spread page. I hate Summers, but these 3 together are they kinda look clean in this spread page. I gotta admit. Another spread page. I thought this was gonna be the end of the chapter. Yo, I'm speaking to you, demons. Oh, a direct confrontation. You can take our culture and history, but let our little ones go. If you think this act will crush our spirit, you've made a grave mistake. We will not show you the same patience Harold did. We will. Yo, that line goes hard. That line goes hard. We're not like Harold, bro. If you think we're like that, you got nothing coming. We're not that patient. We don't got that much tolerance towards your evil deeds, man. You speak of subjugating us and picture our people to be your slaves. Who the hell do you bastards think you're dealing with? Yo, forgive me, little ones. Forgive me, Yarul. I was so sus of you early on, but the narrative made me think like that. So can you really blame me? Cover your ears if you can. Well said, Yarul. Get up! Usopp, get up! I'm not trying to see you pull up to Elbaf to be cheerleader. Get up! I will... The Elbaf... That's him?! That was Usopp saying that? I thought that was going to be your rule ending up saying the title of the chapter. Usopp said it? You don't deserve to say it yet. You gotta earn it. You're on your ass. Get up. You have 2 free legs. Do something. The Elbaf I admire would never bend the knee. If the Harley prophecies are... Ooh. Hold on, let me lock in. If the Harley prophecies are true, the world is bound to face a great divide one day. So be it. From this day forward, all Elbaf will stand against the world government. I like it. Did you really think some thorns, illusions, and a little reversey game would be enough to make us bow? I like this geezer, yo. You tell him, Zoro. Like, I agree. I bet you do. 300 years ago, he was known as the strongest being to ever hail from these waters. We will never submit to your dominion. What do you say, proud warriors of Elbaf? Well said, Elder Yarul. He's having heart eyes for this country, bro. Yeah? That's crazy. Get up, Usopp. Get up, bro. Oh my god, this chapter's making him look so bad. He's just sidelining, cheering them on. Like, if you don't do something, bro. We get it already, Usopp. Focus on getting rid of these damn arrows. Like, come on, Nami, tell him. What is he doing? What is he doing, bro? If you don't get up and do something, I've been waiting so many damn chapters to see this man do something amazing. You don't even gotta be having like Conqueror's Haki or some crazy feats. Just be the MVP of this arc. We haven't seen an MVP moment from you on any arc. You've been getting overshadowed by so many people. Whole Cake Island with Brook. Frankie mostly during Egghead. He was pulling off some great numbers. He was putting up some points on the board. It was crazy. It was like his all-star moment right there. We need the same thing from you. Usopp, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Maybe I'm being too early in being peeved off and having this rant right now. But you can tell that I'm losing my patience because it's been 500s of chapters post time skipping. He has been doing nothing since Dressrosa. So you can't get on me with like calm down or you're overreacting. No. When you have waited this long and you see something like this, like, I'm happy for you that you're on this island and you can get inspired. You know what? Maybe I haven't changed your heart right now. I'm changing my mind on this. Maybe this moment right here, seeing these warriors get invigorated by this speech and ready to fight for their country, will inspire him after he gets out of this state that I'm not liking right now. He'll start doing something. We will protect the peace Harold dreamed of. And then their battle cries and they start fighting the dummy reversied people. We're finally here. I guess they said if we get caught up between them, it's over. It's over. Don't worry, I have a plan. Zoro's plan? A spark of resistance flares. Zoro's plan? This is Zoro next chapter getting ready to start battling dummy reversey giants. He has a plan. He recently just got lectured by Gabon on how to properly control, on needing to properly control your Conqueror's Haki. Because he was like a Nen user, or like a Nen user pre-awakening, where he was just leaking aura. Now that he's aware of it, he's aware of himself. He has to control that thing. He can't let it out loosely flying around everywhere. Because even wasn't Luffy even noticing that? He was like, "Yo, Zoro, your conqueror's hockey is everywhere. Like, you gotta get a hold of that thing, bro." So maybe this is his moment where he's like, these fodder. I don't want to call them fodder, but these nameless dummy reversey giants are like his test currently. This is the trial run before you start fighting the God's Knights and maybe getting some blows on Gunko and Imu. This is where you got to see if you can pull it off. If you can strike them enough to where you're stopping their regeneration from happening quickly. So Zoro needs to do that. If that is his plan. But like I said, going back to Usopp, man, you don't need to do any crazy feats on par with like Luffy or Zoro and Sanji. Just do something that lines up with your character. And instead of just doing nothing. And I know your character is kind of cowardice, but that I feel like that should change a little bit after seeing these warriors. A little bravery has to be displayed by Usopp in this arc, or else I'ma snap. Or else I'ma just crash completely, bro. Oh man. And Usopp is not even my favorite character really, but like I expect great things from all my Straw Hats. Especially Usopp right now, since this is supposed to be his arc. So I just gotta put that out there. I've been gassing him up heading into this arc for the longest, and now we're here. We're like 40 something chapters in. That's even longer than it like recently tied with the amount of chapters that were in Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard had like what 40 something chapters. Like we're past Punk Hazard numbers right now. We still haven't seen anything from Usopp. So how's it going, Mario? Getting ready to end soon, but welcome in all the same. But I just I don't know. Maybe whoever frees them, whoever frees the rest of the Straw Hats, when that happens, I'm gonna keep a keen eye out on Usopp, just to see what he will do with no restraints. If he continues to be a coward, I mean, I'm gonna kind of expect that. That's just Usopp who he is. But if he doesn't like use that, if he doesn't use that fear to actually do something courageous, then then I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop rooting for my dude. Stop rooting for him, or just wait until he fights Van Augur or something. I don't know, or he clashes or meets his dad. Whenever that happens, because this is getting out of hand, man. Oh yeah, and if the don't overstay. My last thought before I get out of here. Don't overstay your welcome in Elbaf. In the log that one adventurer wrote about, how it seemed like there's crazy time dilation going on, or like time warping going on with Elbaf. So by the time the Straw Hats leave this island, will the rest of the world be a few months to maybe years into the future? Would that be it? And like I'm not sure if I really like or dislike that theory. Like there's something being set up with like time. There's definitely something there. But like I just don't like the thought of imagining the Straw Hats setting sail away from this island, and you see like on the news, Blackbeard has become king of the pirates, or Shanks has found the One Piece, or Cross Guild has found the One Piece. Like just imagine that. Like imagine that shit. But anyway, I think that'll be it. I'm glad this lowered version of the stream did not crash. not sure if I'll be able to play a game. So whenever, oh, no break next week too. I just read that. I just noticed that it wasn't there. So another chapter coming up next week. I can't really do anything but just keep streaming One Piece chapters. So until I get the internet fixed, can't play any games, I guess. But whatever.